Hey, we're back for another meal, level 2, but it's a pretty easy level 2. We're going to do sweet and sour chicken with rice. So we've already got the rice cooking in our rice cooker, so hopefully that'll be done about the time we're done with the meal. But I'm going to use about 2 breasts of chicken. We're going to use about a half a cup each of green and red bell peppers. We'll have pineapple. We've got some chicken stock, some rice vinegar, some oil, some cornstarch. And that's about it for this whole thing. So it's pretty simple. So right now what we're going to do is get the griddle, or the pan going here for the chicken. We're going to put in a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then use my handy dandy little scraper picker upper thing. I've cut the chicken into chunks about 1 inch by 2 inches ish. So not cubed, but just more of a kind of a slice, but not really long slices either. All right, so get the chicken in the pan. We're going to get it so that the oil is all over the chicken. So we can get that all browned up, and I'm going to also add a little bit of salt and pepper to the chicken before it gets all browned. So first, a little bit of salt. And some pepper. All right, and it starts to sizzle. So we'll let that start browning a little bit. Get good and brown. When it's brown, we'll take it out of the pan and put it on a plate and let it sit while we put the rest of the stuff together. And then we'll apply it all for our mixture. So there you go. We'll be back when this is all brown. All right, so you can see our chicken is now nicely browned. My arms are nicely burned from the splattering of the oil. So with everything being browned, pull the side and make sure, yeah, everything's good. All right, so with all that, we're going to remove this from the pan. Carefully, so as to not provide any meals for the dogs on the floor. Surprisingly, the dogs aren't in here. Usually when I'm cooking, especially chicken, they tend to come in and be nosy, but they're not here tonight, so we'll take it. All right. Chicken out. And then we're going to put the green and red bell peppers in the same pan. Get this last piece of chicken out. There we go. All right, we're going to put this to the side. And about a half cup each of green and red bell peppers. Let them cook for about a minute. Leftover chicken grease oil stuff mix. Turn the heat back up just a little bit here. Let them get a little tenderized. While we're doing that now, so I've got 4 teaspoons of cold water in this little bowl. We're going to put in also 4 teaspoons of cornstarch, which helps make the sauce thicker. There's 1, there's 2, 3 and 4 of cornstarch. Mix that up with the water. All right, with that, back over here and check our bell peppers. All right, so the next thing we want to do is stir in pineapple chunks. So it says about a cup of pineapple chunks. I don't know how much that is. I'm not going to measure out a cup, but I'm going to say I like my pineapple with my sweet and sour chicken, so if I go over a cup, I'm not going to be too terribly worried. That's probably plenty though. And then I'm going to pour in the juice from the pineapple. And then we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And with brown sugar, I think I've told you this before, but if you didn't watch that recipe, then you wouldn't know. Brown sugar, you want to pack it in. So there's 1, 2, 3 of brown sugar. I'm going to stir this for a moment because it's sizzling away. Oh my God, I just threw a green bell pepper out the side there and jumped. If I can get that without burning my hand, probably not, so I'm not going to do it. He escapes. Okay, so there is 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. You want now also 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar. 1, 2, 3. Get this stuff off my counter while I'm using it, so I count it. Now we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of chicken stock. That on away. And now we stir that all together. Let that cook for a little bit. We want to bring it to a nice simmer. So we'll let that heat up, simmer for a bit. Once it starts simmering, we add in the cornstarch mix that we made before with the water. Let that all get together and mix together and kind of thicken up some. The chicken goes in and our rice is done. Ta-da! So we're going to have rice with our sweet and sour chicken, which is a good thing. So we'll let that simmer for a minute or two, and then we'll be back. All right, we are now. Look, it's got good simmer going, and it's starting to reduce, is what they say. Like the liquid that I've had in there is far less than it used to be. So that's called reducing the liquid. So now that's reduced some, in goes the cornstarch mixture. And With any luck at all, it will thicken up the sauce. Now it's thickening up the cornstarch. Lumpy. Okay, so boy, look at that. It took the liquid almost like out immediately. Break away. So you see everything's kind of now more kind of sticking together. That's what the cornstarch does. It makes that much thicker sauce. Almost no sauce whatsoever. I'm going to turn the heat down. Let this simmer for just another minute or so, and then keep stirring it the whole time though, because I don't want it to get too thick and nasty. Then we'll put the chicken in. Let the chicken cook in there in that whole sauce for 5 minutes or so, and then we'll be ready. So in the meantime, we'll be back in just a minute. I'll clean up and be ready to put the chicken in, and then we'll be ready to have some sweet and sour chicken. All right, we've got the sauce all reduced down here. We're going to put in our chicken. We're now going to mix all that together. Turn up the heat just a little more again. Let the chicken get some of the flavor of our sweet and sour mixture. We'll let this all simmer for about 5 minutes, and we'll be back after that. It's the bear. He did come in. Eventually he came in and he thought, something smells good. I'm gonna have to go investigate. Hey, buddy. Okay. But you don't get any. Sorry. Yes, you can look cute all you want, but you don't get any. All right. So we've let the chicken simmer in the sweet and sour mixture. So we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove off. Get that over there. We have our rice ready here, and a couple of good spoonfuls of rice. I think instead of a spatula, I'm going to use a spoon to get this out a little bit easier. And there we have a plate of sweet and sour chicken. And with any luck at all, it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good because I've made it before, but. All right, that's what we're looking at. Pretty simple, only a few ingredients, and fully elapsed time was like 30 minutes. So real simple to make. The rice, if you've got a rice cooker or if you've got one of the Instant Pots, whatever, rice is being done on the side. You don't have to worry about it. It all comes together at the end here. So now comes, of course, the testing, because you gotta know whether it's good or not. A little piece of pineapple, piece of chicken, some sauce, some rice, some blowy. Okay, works. So there we go. Sweet and sour chicken, easy to make. I'll see you next time.